Hi, Libra, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your May 16th to the 31st, 2023 reading for you. Now, I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It helps this channel out immensely, more than you guys know, especially because of the break I had to take care of ill family members. So thank you so very much. You're getting me back on the YouTube algorithm, scene course, and that is absolutely amazing. So thank you guys so much. If you're interested in any of the cards that I'm using, they will all be listed in the description box below. Now, before we begin this reading, let us clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration and releasing any negativity. This cleanse and meditation will be accompanied by a loud sound. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from the body like storm clouds, letting yourself feel calm, centered, and at peace as we enter into this safe and loving space. So let's see the energy we need to be mindful of during this time. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Ooh, okay, this one right here. And this is the Fool reversed. Okay, Libra, we're really afraid about a new adventure, okay, about a new way of moving forward in our lives, something new that we're embarking on. It could be that we're afraid of being foolish. We're doing it, okay? It doesn't mean that we're not doing it, but there's an apprehension of moving forward. You might actually feel this in your ankles, in your feet, even in your knees during this time, or any type of leg pain can be a manifestation of a fear of, I don't want to move forward. I don't want to do what I know I have to do. Now, again, I'm not a doctor in any way, shape, or form. But if we kind of focus here on, I believe in myself and I believe I am able to move forward towards what I want, and let that energy become a part of us and see, does it help us? Does it help us walk forward in life? If it doesn't, of course, check out a doctor and everything like that. Take care of yourself, most definitely. But know here that we're apprehensive about moving forward. We're apprehensive about the next steps that we're having to take in life. And that could be manifesting itself in very interesting ways, but in ways that could be procrastination. It could be, just irritability, but especially if there's pain involved, but it's going to manifest as like walking forward. Okay. And a sense of, I can't walk forward. I could always be running late for things or something to that effect. Now, if you have ADHD, that's different, of course. But knowing here that there's going to be this fear about moving forward, and we're going to have to address it in one way or another during this time. Let's see what Spirit has to say. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels. Here we have magical. So this is going to be a magical time for us. There's a real sense of doors opening. There's a sense of, a belief within ourselves, which is kind of in contrast to, I'm afraid to move forward. But it can play off each other really well. We know that something brilliant is coming. It's kind of like when if you do this one thing, or if you do this, it's going to change your world. And so one part of you wants it, and the other part of you doesn't want it because it's like, can I handle my world changing in that way? And so the magical energy that we're connecting with is, in the sense, changing our world. But we could also be fighting that and saying, do I want my world to change like this? Can I handle the extra load that's being put on my shoulders, as things move forward? So just be aware of this. It's a magical time. It's a time where if you set your intentions, if you know what you want, you can see yourself achieving your goals. You can see yourself moving forward, maybe not all at once. It's maybe not the complete end of May where all of a sudden you just lightning bolt move forward, but you're going to see things becoming clearer, becoming more aligned with you if you embrace this energy. And we can just be apprehensive too, even if we don't think we are. It's like, okay, well, why am I self-sabotaging? So just be aware of that, because that can be a big thing during this time, Libra, to self-sabotage. Let's see what Spirit has to say here. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels. and spirit guides, angels. Okay. So what's really interesting is that we might be having a bit of a difficulty right now focusing on things. All right. So that's just seen with the 8 of Pentacles reverse. So if you're feeling all over the place, it's because you are a bit during this time, Libra, and be kind to yourself because of this. I you can say to yourself, oh, my focus isn't good, or oh, I'm always just failing at this and I never am able to do anything right. I can see you being really harsh on yourself instead of being that balanced energy that says, okay, you know what? I work really hard, or I've been working really hard. Now my body is telling me to relax a bit, or is craving, a bit of a slower, kinder pace to myself. That's going to be important. It's not like, throw away the towel and say, oh, okay, I'm not doing anything, because that's not a reality in most of our worlds at all. If that is a reality in yours and you can take a break during this time, highly recommend. I mean, that would be really good for you. But here, work can seem a little bit more tedious. It can seem a little bit more monotonous. It can seem a little bit more daunting even. Like a lot is put on your plate, a lot of new things, and the way that we can kind of react to this is just to step back and say, "You know what? I'm a little bit scared. I'm a little bit overwhelmed. I'm freezing like a rabbit." With the 7 of Cups reversed, which crowns this whole entire reading, the 7 of Cups is looking at our dreams. We can be putting our dreams on hold, or we can be focusing on one thing in particular. But there is this energy around us of, you got to grow up. You have to do things and play by these certain rules. And I would say to be kind of mindful about this, because you're putting a really big weight on your shoulders by not connecting with who you are. I've heard of toxic positivity and, go after your dreams. Everybody can succeed that way, and how that is detrimental. And I get that. I really do. But if we forget who we are and we only do things that are drudgeries to ourselves, our soul starts to deteriorate. We lose all happiness within our lives. We see all the miserable people. I mean, it's very easy to see people who are sad and overwhelmed and have forgotten the joy and the bliss of existence, the beauty in just the natural world. So here, when we're kind of letting our dreams out, make sure that you're putting them on the table and say, you know what, this dream, I can I can help manifest its way forward. I can spend 10 minutes every day learning a language, or practicing, a musical instrument, or, painting or writing or doing something to that extent. It might not be becoming, a world famous whatever, but it's bringing that joy back into your life. And that's what you need, Libra. Just the sense of balance, because we're overwhelmed right now. And because we're overwhelmed, I just see this big, like, time out, coming forward. And it's like, okay, I'm overwhelmed, so I can just stop. I can just stop. I can just kind of like hide away. And Spirit's saying, no, be very, very mindful of this. With the 10 of Cups, our dreams may be very grand. And we may be looking at things and saying, okay, if I don't accomplish these grandiose things, I'm not accomplishing anything. And Spirit's saying, be very mindful about this, because our world is very much of a kind of keeping up with the Joneses, compare and contrast type of thing. And we can really see that everybody has what they love, everybody has what they desire, but me, right? And that's a very tailored, narrative that's being fed to us by the media and by social media. It's for jealousy, it's for, boosting up egos, it's to make us buy more things, it's to make us sad. So we do things to make us happy, buy things to make us happy, or, get these supplements to make us happy. So here, just be aware of this. With the 10 of Cups reversed, it's very much losing track of the old Nordic saying, which I love with this card. Better to be king of a cottage than servant in a castle. Now, this was said, of course, when there were castles and you could be servant of a castle. But I like to see it in a way now. It's better to be king of the cottage than servant of your castle. So it's having the more, the more, the more, and being just overwhelmed by it. Being overwhelmed by mortgages, being overwhelmed by things, being overwhelmed. So just be aware of this during this time. We're having a bit of difficulty letting our love show. But we're also seeing here with the repeat of the number 10, we're seeing a shift in our energy sphere when it comes to our heart, what we love, what we're going after, but also when it comes to our ambition, our careers, our fire, our determination. With the 10 of Wands, we are holding a lot on our backs. We can be overwhelmed. We can be saying, oh, I'll take that on. Don't worry, I'll do this. We want to put a good front forward, a good foot forward. I believe it's how it goes. And here, it could be like, oh my gosh, I'm not doing that, right? I'm not taking on enough work. That can be the energy here. When we put on so much work or we take on so much, we can actually find our back goes out. We can find that, we have certain issues, that come from carrying too much. And it leads us to the Eight of Pentacles. Like, I'm done. I don't want to do anything. I don't want to know any of this. So just be aware of this, because this is stealing your joy. When we take on so much, so much, so much, we only get to see the dirt on our shoes. And that becomes astoundingly overwhelming. We have strong Capricorn energy coming through. So we might be finding a battle with a Capricorn coming to an end, or feel overly weighed down by a Capricorn, or a time period, which is, of course, December 22nd to January 19th. That time frame could be weighing heavily on us, whether it be past or present, because this is a general reading. So it's going to be different for each and every one of us. Be mindful here. I really see this as overworking, and see it as like a societal addiction to, I'm going to just achieve more, achieve more, achieve more. And I know some of you Libras are going to get quite annoyed that this has come up, but for whomever needs to hear it, this is also saying that our addictions can be coming forward. Whatever they are in our lives, be them drugs, alcohol, food, sex, shopping, or whether it be, taking on too much. We could be addicted to helping everybody and forget about helping ourselves, or whatever the weight is that we carry. That's coming forward. And it's going to be part of our stress mechanism. It's going to be part of, like, this is how I deal with things, right? Going back to old habits that we formed when we were very, very little, that served us well then, or we thought served us well, but they're not serving us well anymore. So look at that, because I do see this as a time of breaking old habits, because we're not fighting these old battles anymore with the Five of Swords. We're becoming very aware of this. And this is a time where we can find really great revelations coming forward and being like, I'm setting myself free. I'm setting myself free. I don't want to fight anymore. Like, I don't want to have these struggles anymore. And I get to embrace what I love for myself. And if you're already in this energy space, then that is brilliant. Know that you're on the right track. But also know that there are going to be other Libras out there where they're looking for the balance, and it just seems to be rocking back and forth. So if you're centered, send out that centered energy, because it is going to be beneficial to the rest of us who might feel just completely overwhelmed, or as if, I try so hard and I'm not getting to where I need to be. So be aware of this during this time, Libra, because you like everything to be so harmonious, and you're trying to take the weight off of other people. You're putting too much on yourself. So be aware. And be aware also, it can be like the complete flip end, where it's like, I need to pull my weight as well. I can't wait for somebody to come and save me, which I know is an unpopular, thing when we say the negative part, but Spirit's like, no, you have to let them know both, because we're scales and we need to balance. Our subconscious energy from Spirit to be mindful of is the fact that we have a very succinct way that we think things are going to be moving forward. It's either A or it's B. And Spirit's like, well, what about C? What about the rest of the alphabet? What about different ways forward? And what about embracing new roads? So there's a sense here of like, I kind of know what's coming, but Spirit's like, yeah, but if you let it go, if you let go, like, our preconceived notions, you're going to be really surprised at what comes forward. Our subconscious spirit message is harmony. We just need harmony within our lives. Playing music that has a beautiful harmony to it, doing things that make us feel calm and centered, just anything to increase our harmony, to increase our balance, whether it be meditation, whether it be going on walks, that's going to be just so important for us. Our subconscious tarot message is the Eight of Wands. Things are happening really, really fast. The repeat of the number 8 here twice is also Spirit saying that we take things very, very, very seriously. One thing that can help us during this time is not taking it so seriously, is saying, this is a moment in time. And I need to hold me at the center, love me, care for me, be compassionate to me, and open up those doors. So that can be a very big thing for us here, Libra. So here with the Eight of Wands, just know things are happening very quickly, subconsciously. We might not even be aware that we're like, wow, this is happening really fast, or things are moving really fast. I'm a bit overwhelmed. So just being a little bit calmer with yourself, a little bit gentler with yourself can be quite harmonious. All right. All right, Libra, I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I am sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all, and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we embrace the power, intensity, and beauty of this time and of ourselves. So take a nice deep breath in exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Libra. May blessings and prosperity always be with you. I love you all. Have a fantastic end of May. God bless. Bye.